Alright, we're underway. Did a lot of progress since last time, haven't I? Oh boy. Right now, I am working on a curb so everyone can watch me. Got the red paint, yellow paint. Please focus on the curb. It's right there. How can it not focus? My iPad is absolutely terrible. And I'm putting down the tape right now to make this piece is too short. Oh my god. Hope someone watches today, because, track's pretty cool. This piece is all mangled and wrecked and destroyed and absolutely hopeless. This piece is good. Hopefully, if it's long enough there. It's just barely long enough. That piece was all torn to shreds. Couldn't use that even if I tried. I hate pieces that end up like that. This one did too, but luckily it's only on the end, so it'll work. There's so much styrofoam on the track from the walls. I chose styrofoam that was way too thick without realizing it, so I'm going to have to find something else to use for corners. Which, by the way, really sucks. Take that piece of tape up a little bit. Blue one. This piece is too short. God damn it. Alright, here we will end the curb. Alright, let's get some paint. Actually, we're going to start with yellow here. Pour some down. Spread it all around. I chose the wrong brush. You'll love to see it. Oh no, the tape came up. I don't really need the tape yet either, I don't think, because I could just paint over the yellow with the red. Oh yeah, look at that painting technique. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I did not choose the right tape for this. My God, it's bad. Let's get some more paint. Right there. Gonna have to find different tape, I guess. like the mess. Alright. Wipe off the brush. Set it down. Let's take off the tape. Moment of truth. Not as bad as I thought it would be, but pretty horrendous. You hate to see it. I'm gonna need normal tape for this. Luckily, that was only the first color, so it doesn't really matter. It's the red that matters that I need to get right. Alright. Let's do the inside curb. This one's going to be a little tougher because it's, you know, curved. I'm going to make it big. You know, like that. And we'll, wait, I don't really need that piece. Oh wait, yeah I do. Wait. God. Alright. I'm gonna get a different brush, because that one's small. Guess who's returned from the... I don't know, I guess that was like the depths of hell. Got some clear tape. Got some yellow. Only need a small amount. Just enough to paint over that small area here. Boom. That's good. Wipe off the brush. Oh, I probably shouldn't take that tape off. It's too late now, though. Oh well. Put my hand right in the paint. Smart. Throw that away. Alright. Now, what's the curving like in the S's? Of course there's some. So let's turn to the S's. Get out of the way, red paint. You're not the star of the show tonight. That belongs to the yellow paint. So, I'd say start it here and have it curve. I'm just going to make this curve super professionally. And we're going to have it come back in. That's actually a smoother curve than I thought I would make. Surprising. Genuinely intriguing. Now here's the difficult part. So now, you gotta get this curve all done. This one you have to follow the white line like perfectly. Because if you don't, obviously, you won't be, the curve will be all weird looking. So what I'm going to do down here, just like so. Boom. Now we got ourselves a curve. Or we could pour in some yellow paint. And move it all about, covering in all the area. My God, you would think people would genuinely be intrigued and try to watch track building streams. Like, I mean, how many stop motion YouTubers actually do this? I mean, I'm building the freaking track. I'm not complaining, I don't care. Alright. I think actually what I am going to do is take this off, just to see how it came out. And then I'll just reapply it, either after dinner or tomorrow. This paint takes about an hour to dry. Bought it at Walmart yesterday. And you could see what I have done since yesterday because it dries so quickly. I've bought every color here I've bought, other than the dark green in the grass. Every color here I bought yesterday, or didn't know I had until yesterday. Where to? I don't think I'm going to do a curb on S's corner 2. But I think the third turn in the S's needs one. And then we got the bus stop. And oh boy, am I excited for that. Let's bring all the painting stuff down here. Hope a spider doesn't run out into the track like what happened during the Formula Indy. On that one restart, I'm pretty sure the one before the big one, pause the video on that site looking head on at the cars in turn 1. One of the shots, if you look towards the backstretch, you could see a spider, and it genuinely scared me so badly when I first saw it. There we go. We're going to try to make this a thinner curb so drivers cannot abuse it as much as they would with the last two. God, I just can't wait to start the stop motion on this track because I just think it's going to be the best I've ever done. You know, when I think that, it's going to end up being absolutely terrible. But, you know, I can hope and pray. Probably pray more than hope. Where's the edge? Here's the edge. There we go. Oh, that's a bit of a lot. Oh boy. This is gonna go a long ways. Ladies and gentlemen, I fricked up. I mean, this paint lasts a long time, so I mean, not that much, but yeah, certainly did not need that much paint. Uh-oh, a little bit of yellow got here. I don't like curbs. I'm gonna say it now. I don't like curbs. Hawks48, hello. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we're moving on to the bus stop chicane now. Backstretch. Where do I put the camera? Would this work? No. I mean, kinda, but no. That ain't gonna work. I could do the entire bus. First corner of the bus stop. Oh. I put this in all the smoke I use. Whoops, that's supposed to be the garage area. Thank you for that compliment, A-Hawks. Alright, we have to really abuse the corners here. Or at least allow drivers to really abuse the corners. This piece of tape will not cut it. I missed. Oh my god. Garbage is all the way over there. You can see garbage is there. You can see it in the top right. The tape ended up somewhere over there. I'll never be headed to the NBA. Not that I really want to be. I'd probably be one of the worst basketball players in the world if I wasn't like 6 feet tall already. Let's just get the tape down there. Oh, the curb won't break during the race. Don't worry. I don't think it ever has at Watkins Glen. Maybe if I make Indianapolis, I'll allow that to happen, but not here. Not really even sure how I would do that. I don't think I've ever actually in this series had a controversial moment where like some sort of oil's been on the track. I mean, at Martinsville, my Martinsville race, only like 2 races ago, Logano was stopped on the backstretch, and there was a big crash on the backstretch, and they hit him, which was kind of controversial. But other than that, I don't think I've ever done anything truly controversial when it calls to, you know, calling a caution or something like that. I might have to for like oil or something. I technically already have plans for this Watkins Glen race. So we'll see if that's controversial. I could make it controversial, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. It won't be because of the league's fault if it is controversial, but alright. There's one curb. That's pretty nice. It's something that drivers could probably tape quite a lot of. I got cotton and smoke stuck on my foot that I keep back here. Let's do this second curb now. Here. And then that third one is horrendously long. It starts like here in real life. I might just move it to like here. Because, I mean, this doesn't have to be 100% realistic. I mean, the gravel spots, like, over down there, you could see, down there, by those cars, you could see it's not pavement like it is in real life. I went for the old track style, kind of because in the moment I may not have forgotten. But, you know, it's all good. It doesn't really matter, and that gives me more areas for chaos and crashing. Because as anyone who watches NASCAR at Watkins Glen knows, if you go off at the end of the carousel, it's like big bad for your day, and everything really in general. Let's just get a small piece here so no paint gets out. Because in case anyone didn't know, getting paint like off of the track is not very good. Or I guess that would be onto the track. I think we only need a super small amount for here. Is this, yeah, that's taped down. I use glue for all this, but honestly, I didn't like having to use glue because glue's just a pain. Especially when the glue bottle you use is this. Like, there's no nozzle. Roseville Ralphan Productions. Welcome to the stream as well. Building Daytona, but you... Oh. That's a big mistake. Ahawks. I feel bad for you. I really do. Like, that is a tragic mistake to be making. Oh. Like that. Just like that. Can I... That made it worse. I'll have to get the green paint. Luckily, I could paint over that. You know what I mean? That's not a career-ending, track-ruining mistake. I dumped a bunch of white in turn 6 onto the track, and I already fixed that. It's going to be a super small curve. Or actually... No, that might not be a problem. I could probably honestly just put the wall right over that. And problem solved. So... Let's see. Bristol, yeah, it's a lot shorter, you know? For the next race I'm doing, because this is the playoffs, after the GLEN in the series, we have Michigan, and then we have Kansas, and then Daytona opens the season. Either my plan was either unglue the walls, you know, like rip them off and start taping them down instead. It was either take the walls down and flip it over and make a track on the other side, or buy a new piece of wood, or go back to paper, which... I don't like either of the second options, but I think since I glued this wall down, you see it's hardly moving. I don't think I could really do that anymore. Like, look, I'm literally picking up the piece of wood. It's insane. Alright, let's do this curb now. Turn my phone off to conserve the battery, so that way it doesn't randomly watch out in the middle of my music listening session later, because I know that's going to happen at some point. Hello there, NASCAR fan 18 forever. I really need to shorten that. I need to give you a nickname. I'll just call you NASCAR fan, okay? Because... yeah. I'm an idiot for not doing that sooner, to be completely honest with everyone. Curb. Alright, that's good. Roseville Ralphan Productions, nice. and NASCAR fan. Thank you so much. Let's get the paint back. Dump it out. Oh god, that's a bit of a lot for that small area. You know what I should have done and could still do? Use that paint for the next curve. This one I think should be a bit longer, you know, more abusable by the drivers who come through here. There we go, got that. Got that. God, I thought I just saw an ant. Another one. I don't actually think I've seen any ants today. Oh, wait, no. I forgot. That was close. That could have been even more wasted paint. Can't really be doing that. I mean, these things are... I think they're 54 cents a piece, which ain't bad considering it only took 3 of these to do the entirety of the surface. And all that light green you'll see on the stream across the track, that light green, those patches, that's all one. Yeah, I'm sorry, NASCAR fan, but, you know, the problem is... if you're at the back half of the best drivers, you're going to be, like, last in the series. And so far, to be completely honest, that's where Chastain's been most of the season. But I might have to put him higher up because, you know, he's picked up this year. He's towards these last couple of weeks, especially on the road courses, he's been doing really good. And if I ever do Indianapolis, I might be a bit biased towards Chase Briscoe. Just saying, because ever since last year, when he won that Xfinity race, I thought he was going to win the Cup race at Indianapolis. Almost stepped in the paint. All right. I don't think I can make cars fly. Alright, there's the track so far. Let's move on. Ooh, no, that can't fall. Where do I put this? We shall put it here. I'm working here now on the carousel. In case anyone was wondering, let's see where the curbing is. Are you seeing this? Here, here, and here. My God. I'm in pain. I honestly should have made this just one curb at this point. This is going to be the toughest curb of the entire track, at least on the inside lane. Might be a couple of tougher ones, to be completely honest, but this is really the only non-tight corner where the curb is, you know, like really, really long on the entire track. corners. Most of the corners at Watkins Glen are 90 degrees. And it's such a long corner, it's not even actually that bad. My voice is relaxing. That's a new Alright, that's not a new compliment, actually, but it's a compliment. I don't particularly believe in myself. But I think lots of people hate their voices, to be honest. I feel that's a common trait amongst the human beings of this world. Let's actually put the camera here. Get real close up to the paint. To the painting process, rather. Alright, it's really going to start tightening up here. Gotta look out. This is where things start to get a little bit tougher. Because I want to try to make these curves really smooth as well, you know? You don't want to, like, what's the word? Make them, like, choppy, you know? Like, where you can see where you're turning the curve. You want to make it smooth and kind of rounded, like in real life. Thank you so much, NASCAR fan. You ate Briscoe. Are you? I mean, you are a Kyle Busch fan, correct? So technically, you probably appreciate Denny Hamlin. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it was right. But if you know me, you'll know that I still hold a grudge for Martinsville in 2017. So, well, actually, I don't anymore. I guess that grudge was more from the Daytona Road Course earlier this season, but I'm over it now. Hamlin is once again a driver I appreciate. Oh my god, that was only the inside. Now I had to do that all on the outside. Is it hard to make a track? The walls for me are hard because I'm making them out of styrofoam. Giant boards of styrofoam, and when you try to cut them, they go all over the place, get cut up mad. You really have to go slow on it. But, like, it takes a long time, especially since there's so many different layers of paint you have to do. Gotta wait so much. So far, this is the third day I've been working on this track, which is a new record for me. Yeah, 3 days ago, I went to Lowe's to buy the plywood. One thing I've learned by watching track making tutorial videos is I'm pretty sure out of the entire stop motion community, I make some of the biggest tracks. You have 2%. I'm guessing that's battery. Am I correct? If you can get a charger, I mean. Better hurry. So I won't be reacting to this weekend's Michigan race for one reason. I won't be home to watch any of it, most likely. I'm not gonna... On Twitter, I believe, I already kind of spoiled it. So if you want to go on my Twitter account, you'll see why. I'm not gonna say it because If you don't feel like doing it, I kind of want to make it a surprise. You'll see the video. And no, I am not going to Michigan. My parents don't drive me out to tracks that are, 2+ hours away, and I probably live about 10 from Michigan International Speedway, so no, I'm not going to any motorsports events, if that's what you were guessing. Sadly, I would go. Hey, Hawks48, you have 100. You've been on the stream for a while, so you must have been charging your phone or something. Bill Larson dominates and wins. The new Michigan has been Harvick's track, but you know how his season's been going. I'd have to go with Larson, even though it's not the Michigan that he's been known to dominate, because the low horsepower kind of ruined that edition of Michigan. I don't care what form of Michigan it is, to me, it'll always be a pretty boring racetrack. I'm almost done with this curve. These streams certainly helped me get through the process of creating the track. Communicating with people who actually enjoy NASCAR makes it pretty, easy to get this done, because it's actually quite fun then. Harvick doesn't make the playoffs. I predict that too. The only problem is I don't know how. We need a first-time winner in Michigan, I'm thinking. Or Daytona, which is possible. A first-time winner this season, at least. And then we need Reddick, probably, to also pass Harvick in the points. Which, again, is possible. We'll just have to wait it out and see. I mean, with Daytona coming up, who knows what the hell is going to happen. If Harvick's out before the big one, he's especially, I'd say, getting out of the playoffs here. I think any winless driver who, other than Hamlin, who crashes out before the big one happens in the race, I don't think they'll be making the playoffs. It's so satisfying to just paint, Watching the paint spread. Much more interesting than watching it dry, I must say. Even though watching this paint dry only takes an hour. It's still pretty boring of an hour, if I do say so myself. Alright, I'm gonna keep that tape up so I don't have to put it up later or tomorrow. Reddick and Buescher each win a race. Buescher, I say no. Reddick, I say yes, but it'll be after the playoffs begin. Because I don't believe in Reddick winning at Daytona, and I don't believe he could win at Michigan with some of the stronger teams and, how good they are there. All right, let's do this curb. The big boy curb. top line though at Michigan. But they're not using the 750 horsepower package though, and that's really the only one that allows the ripping the top at Michigan. To do that, you need fast cars, and these cars are just too slow. We haven't seen that in years at Michigan. So I just don't think. I can't win $25,000. Getting notifications that the Yankees Entertainment Network is giving away money. I don't think I'm legally allowed to enter though, because I'm not, 18 is it? 21? I forget, but again, it doesn't matter. Get some of this paint off my brush. It's crazy how far this paint can go. I'm using so much though for these curbs, I hope I actually have enough to finish them. The yellow really is my big concern because, the red is only going to go in certain spots most likely. Because, the curbs have dotted patterns all around this track. And around most tracks. So there we go. We got the big boy curb. Now we got to do this one. This one's going to be fun because I could kind of make it incorporate right here. We're just going to make this half of the short shoot straight away. Just casually. Long curbs are cool. Gotta move the cars. We'll have them headed here on the road or the bootleg part. I made the entrance to the bootleg because it's unrealistic to just completely ignore its existence, so that's there, which I thought as well was pretty cool to have. I don't know why, but I love the smell of paint. My strange addiction. Alright. It does smell poisonous though. Like something you shouldn't be smelling. Kind of like gas. Alright, we got this curb. Let's rip it off, see what we got. Pretty nice. Now, I started the stream 50 minutes ago. Curb and NASCAR. Yeah, it's quite stupid. Curb's an F1 this year as well. Have you played the F1 2021 game? I mean, they are deadly. I did a race at Hungary today in Budapest, and I just kept killing myself. I feel the curbs at Hungary are really, really bad. Like, worse than any other track, other than maybe Bahrain. I found at Bahrain they were really bad. Where are the next curbs? You don't watch F1? I don't know. I'm gonna take a. If I took a guess at the reason, I would guess because if you live on the East Coast of the U.S., I would guess because they're early. And if you're on the West Coast, well, then you're not even probably awake by the time they start most of the time. I really like F1, you know, it's unneeded drama in my life. Just really intense for no reason. Yeah, NASCAR 21. NASCAR 21 looks good, but unlike iRacing, it doesn't have the features. iRacing has the features, you know? But I don't have the money to get an iRacing setup. I'll have to get big on YouTube first before I could do such a thing. I mean, I don't even have the money for the Xbox Series X. Ahawks48. I mean, F1's pretty interesting. I recommend checking it out sometime. The only problems is they're mostly in Europe. So, I mean, most of the races begin at 8 in the morning if you live on the East Coast, which is, or 9, which is, you know, 5 or 6 if you live in California or somewhere around there on the West Coast. But, I mean, yeah, they have pretty good races. There's a pretty great championship battle going on, and it's quite dramatic. Not really sure how I feel about the whole thing, but, you know. Doesn't matter, though. It's your choice. I cannot allow you to do, or I cannot force you to do that. I can allow you to do that any day of the week, but, you know. You usually get up at 10. Well, in that case, I recommend if you want to wait till like October when, you know, they're down here in like Mexico and America. Because those races start at 2, you know, because they're actually in the area. IndyCar is all of a sudden really good too for some reason. I never liked IndyCar all that much. I mean, I liked it, especially the oval racing, but, you know, I never really followed it because the road course racing to me was kind of iffy, but I love it now. It's a motorsport that has certainly grown on me quite a lot over the course of the past year or so. And really, it's just because the races are heavily chaotic now. NASCAR's fun, too. They just have terrible officiating, you know? I like F1 more now because they don't all the time have terrible officiating. I mean, they do from time to time, but that's something you can't really avoid. It's just something that happens, you know? Moving on from that, maybe not moving on from that, because I have no idea what to really talk about. That should be good. Nice. Music City GP is an interesting race to watch for your first one. You know, I like entertaining. If I want to get someone into a sport, I would normally pick the most entertaining races, like Daytona or Talladega for NASCAR. For IndyCar, probably the Indy 500, or, any big oval race. F1, probably Monza or someplace. I'd pick the big tracks so they'd have an interesting experience and a fun time watching it. So I could get them all into the strategy. So once they're into the whole strategy part while watching a good race, if there's boring races, or at least boring from a standpoint of somebody who doesn't normally watch racing, they'll understand the whole idea of strategy and what makes NASCAR actually fun, It's tough to do that, though, nowadays, because not a lot of people seem to enjoy that stuff anymore. Let's finish these curbs. It's been almost an hour. I'm going to check out turn 1 in a minute. Stupid tape. All right. I'm thinking of redoing turn 1 because that kind of became a mess. And the estimated time for drying for this paint is an hour. It might not actually be dry yet. Oh. Yeah, I don't have much good advice for trying to make your parents keep subscriptions and stuff that you want. So, if you want advice, my advice is go ask somebody else about stuff like that if they're going to get rid of it, because I am historically one known to fail when it comes to trying to get my parents to get me something or keep something that I like that they don't want. Come on, this year I failed to persuade my parents to take me to the one sport I care about most. I couldn't go to Pocono this year, which is pretty much my home track. I live about half an hour from it. My sister had something for the Sunday race, but for the Saturday race, really, I had nothing going on. So, painful, but there's next year. I don't live far from the GLEN either, which also kind of sucks that I couldn't go there. This tape. Nice. Lucky for you, New Hampshire got really good the past couple of years. I mean, this year, last year, even 2019, it was probably one of the top 10 best races of the season. And so far this year, I'll have to check. I have a whole race rankings thing. I put Indianapolis at number 1. Let's see, where is it? Indianapolis, number 1. Pocono, the second race of the doubleheader, at number 2. Talladega's 3. Vegas is 4th. And yeah, New Hampshire is 5th this year. But, of course, we still got Daytona and Talladega coming up in the schedule. Bristol night race. So it'll probably be down by around 8th, 9th, 10th. Because, I mean, Roval is also coming up. And expect those races to be really great. Yeah, but you got to see Almirola win, too. Kind of jealous. Not gonna lie. I mean, I got to see Junior win the first time I ever went to a NASCAR race, which was pretty epic in 2014. But since then, I've only seen Kurt Busch, Kyle twice, and Denny Hamlin win. Kurt's alright. Kyle and Denny I'm no longer fans of. I was a fan of Kyle up until 2018. It was literally like 2 weeks before that Chicagoland race in 2018, so 2 weeks before the race I went to, I decided to become a Chase Elliott fan. Oh, you don't like Almirola? Well, I mean, hey, you got to see Bell finish second, I guess. Run good. You got to see that chaos in the beginning with the rain. That was probably pretty fun to watch. Never liked Kyle and never will. I had him as a favorite driver. I never liked him as a driver. But keep this in mind. I was, I think, 4.5 when I got into NASCAR. You probably know where this is going. The sponsorship made me a big KB fan. Because I loved M&M's as a kid. All the wrong reasons to love a NASCAR driver, you know? Sponsorships. Not their personality. But yeah, I've learned my lesson and I moved on to Chase Elliott. And I guess that was a good call to make. Oh, Matty D's my second favorite. Kyle Larson's probably my third favorite, but I've always liked Larson as like my second favorite driver, but you know, Matty D passed him out after last year. April of last year. The "Can You Hear Me" incident. Which I guess is being pretty nice, given what other people feel about him, including my own mother. I mean, my mom doesn't really... Ooh, nice. My mom doesn't really like Kyle Larson. She doesn't really like NASCAR either. She's not like a big motorsports kind of person. But she kind of just follows it because I watch it every weekend. And I don't shut up about it. And almost my entire life is centered around NASCAR at this point. I mean, even if you think about it, gaming, YouTube, Most of it's all racing. I mean, the only real things I do that aren't racing related when it comes to gaming and YouTube really is MLB The Show and what else? Minecraft. All right, is this dry? How about this? Oh, turn one's not dry. The outside is the inside of turn one is. So I guess we'll go around again. Oh, I just saw that chat. You didn't know Kyle wrecked. That has to still be the craziest moment. Well, the most unexpected and weirdest moment of the season. This big curb at turn one was going to be my favorite to do, probably. We're going to extend it a little bit, make it a bit wider, I think. Just a bit. Just enough to the point where, you know, it doesn't, like, ruin the turn and it's away from the corner. I've never met a driver before in my life. I mean, I've seen Chris Buescher up close, and I got an autograph and met one of Kyle's crew chief members, pit crew members. Not crew chief members, pit crew members back when, in 2017. But, you know, I haven't met a driver yet. I have a couple of friends who have met drivers, like my friend Corey has met Kyle himself, which is pretty cool since, you know, Kyle's his favorite driver. He met Brexton too, which is what I'm really jealous about. Brexton's a guy who I could see myself rooting for in the future. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the curb. That was probably the weirdest. How do I forget about that? That was yesterday. This New Hampshire race was a month ago now. 12 days till Daytona. I mean, I'm hyped for it, but I'm also kind of scared. With some of the officiating calls NASCAR's been making recently, I don't think it'll be... I don't know if it'll be... I really don't think it'll be a safe race. All right. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream it, but I'm not going to do the red right now. I'm either going to do it tomorrow or later tonight, because I just realized paintbrush is all yellow and I have to go wash it, and that takes a while. Yeah, I really, really hope Matty D can win at Daytona. Or Bubba. I want to see one of those two win. I really like Bubba, too. I've started to support him quite a lot. But anyways, yeah, anybody who watches this in the playback or, you know, anyone who tuned in live, thanks for watching. This is what I've got done so far, and hopefully the stop motion for this will be out in less than 3 weeks. Probably going to be 8 laps. If I had to put a number on it. The NASCAR Napa Cup playoffs begin at the GLEN. And boy, is this a beautiful track, if I do say so myself. So yeah, See everyone next time, whenever that might be. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Oh wait, I had to... But... let's see. Anyways... oh wait. Anyways... yeah. Have a nice day. Thank you, Ahawks48, and the stream is now finally finished. I'm gonna put it into the light so that way you could all see the end credits. Let's just... here. See a destroyed Kyle Busch car. I've destroyed this one but haven't used it yet. This will probably not be for Watkins Glen. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Just anyone who's watching the stream, I guess, just got a spoiler for next time Kyle Busch drives the Pretzel M&M's car in the series. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next stream.